Brooks Stadium and home of the teal-clad Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. The Chanticleers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Georgia State Panthers offense will go on the attack first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to...
Oh, he's got some space. Smashes through the tackle. Shoved out of bounds after a big game. They'll mark it at the plus 42. And the Panthers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Can't get him to the ground. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
This Georgia State offense ready to go with another first down. Gets it out fast. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Brown wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Pulls and fired complete. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown. The Panthers line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia State.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point makes it 7-0.
Georgia State 7, Coastal Carolina 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Washington.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rounding the football.
Pocket breaking down. First down and more. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
That's caught. It's English. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Chanticleers can really attack on this 2nd and short. He's taking the shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Caught near the sticks. It's Tucker. They convert on 3rd down as as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The shot that clears have it with a 1st and 10. Quickly out to the tight end. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And the shot that clears come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The shot that clears pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Sends it back in motion. Brown will throw it. Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
How about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Grabbed behind the line. It's Simpkins. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Coastal! The offense cashing it in on that drive. Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the extra point was good. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the 2nd quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Going to the running game. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
It's got to feel good.
Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
Blanket is your tight end, but that one hit him in the hands, and he just couldn't pull it in.
Here's a hit. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Got a man, it's English. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the shot that clears with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Brown wants to pass. Got the back over the middle. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Takes the handoff. It's Simpkins. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6. The shot that clears are at the line, looking to convert on 3rd and short. short pass to the tight end. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Finds his man, it's Simpkins. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the shot that clears come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He'll get down to avoid the hit, but he might not be able to avoid this penalty flag.
Hold it.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's English. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. All wideouts, no backs. Second down, he'll throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Grabbed in the middle, it's Simpkins. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on third down. And this one is perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking for space, it's Simmons. Fighting off the defender. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
Brown will throw it. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down, it's 2nd and 10. Fires to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. The shot that clears come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the shot that clears will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Off play action on first down. That's caught. It's Simmons. Runs for the tackle. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. And the Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Brown wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down.
Second down coming up.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Finds his tight end. And just a short, safe pass play they pick up with here. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Now with just a few seconds left, not enough time to run another play, but there is time to kick a field goal and take the lead. Absolutely center cut. And the field goal draws us even as we get close to halftime.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Ready to start things here in the second half. Georgia State about to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Brown will throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Washington. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. Wants to go up top on first down. Scrambling away. He's got the tight end. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass. Unloads it left. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. The Chanticleers line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. With the catch, it's Washington. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
That's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there. It's now a fresh set of downs.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Running back searching for a hole. There he goes. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Wants to go up top. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Chanticleer. And that one will put him up here in the second half.
And it's a really nice play call that time by the offensive coordinator because you just had an explosive run getting you down close to the goal line. I think everybody on defense was expecting them to just turn around and hand it off again. Not the case. Now you go pass. Really nice catching the defense off guard, and they get the touchdown. Bang, bang, 2 plays, 6 points on the board.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Mississippi State is ahead early in Stark Vegas, but that's not exactly Dak Prescott out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over Georgia. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Panthers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Grab near the sticks. It's Robinson. They've pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5. They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Brown wants to pass. Finds a tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Tucker. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the shot that clears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers, and you saw it there on the incompletion.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The shot that clears really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Grab near the marker, it's Tucker. They've got it inside the 40 and the 39 as they pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The sure hands, it's English. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the shot that clears come to the ball, trying to pick up this third and short. Brown will throw it. Fires to the big fella. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Now inside the 20. First and 10 from the 18. Motion from the wideout. Here's the pressure. They've got the screen set up. He breaks the tackle. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina.
Man, this defense has their hands full. They're dealing with a quarterback that is pinpoint accurate, making good decisions, and they're dealing with a wide receiving group that has a lot of speed and some burners on the perimeter. They might want to think about playing some more zone coverage moving forward. That's now 3 passing TDs they've allowed.
Carolina, 24. Georgia State, 10.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. He tries to take the top off. Brings it down on the right side. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Looking for room, it's Simmons. He'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage, and time has expired here in the third. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So the final period starts with a second down play. Trying play action. Grab behind the line. It's Overton. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. Brown wants to pass. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia State. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got a man. It's English. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The shot that clears in a good spot here with 2nd and short. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. From the gun. Give on the inside. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. He'll pull it on the read. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And the Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, the power run here. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Hauls it in and looking upfield. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. He'll keep it himself. Got enough for the first. At the 40, there he goes. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. And the shot to clears after exploding for that huge run. Back to work. They'll throw it from the red zone. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. So now it's 2nd and long. Brown will throw it. He's got it on the run. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on 1st and goal, but they can also drain the clock. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Coastal! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Georgia State jumps back to the line.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
He'll off one deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too. That last big play has them in business. Just outside the red zone, it's 1st and 10. Brown wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Panthers! And they take it in for 6 more points. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it in and get the easy touchdown.
Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. You want to talk about a drive where you and Pope breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. 1st down from the 43. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Rides to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Chanticleers will punt this one away. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
It's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down in the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
Crosses the 30. He's got away. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Brown will throw it. Makes the catch. It's Riles. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line, but they stop him and knock him out of bounds.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of 1st downs, and here they come again. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. He makes a catch. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out. And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking to throw again. Caught behind the line. It's Simmons. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
Massive score, now massive decision-making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? If you want to go for it, that's your decision.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Brown wants to pass. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. And the offense will maintain possession. Son, that ball must be riveted to your ribcage. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these two teams is the most mature, who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
So here comes our first play of overtime. First play of the drive, wants to throw. The short hands, it's Simmons. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening. He's looking to throw. Bringing the heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area we're going to bow up. Nice job on first down stopping. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Makes the grab on the left. He'll be run out of bounds at the 13. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They'll try to strike first with a field goal in overtime. Between the uprights, it's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
This is an offense that prides themselves on being physical, so you need 1 yard. Just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
Wide receiver going in motion. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And into the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and then shove saved the touchdown.
And that's another shot at Rager.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He got it in, and the celebration is on. A walk-off touchdown in OT.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away there, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up